Shield. We haven't talked about the Black Shield. Can we talk about it?
Absolutely.
Can we talk about anything?
Yeah, you can talk about anything you want.
Okay, all right now.
I just say I can't comment on if it's something.
I thought. No, I'm not gonna put you there. But the Black Shield, you are the president extraordinary of the Black Shields police union, right?
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a like I say, it's an opportunity for me to really get out in the community and do some things and really show, the people in our community and our members, and bring back some self-pride to the organization. The organization started in 1946. 1946, one of the third largest, oldest minority police organization in the country. And it has its claim to fame in 1972, where a brother named Fred Johnson actually sued the city and get more minorities on the job. And that's what we do.
Remember that, yes.
We always open the door for everybody else to come through. On the ground floor of any civil rights violation, it's always the African Americans who do it. And we usually tend to open the door and be, because we usually, we usually the one to have they have their foot on our neck, so we definitely feel most of the pain most of the time. And so we sued the city in order to get minorities on the job, and came back in 1975 while the suit was still going on, and a sister named Jean Clayton, actually furthered that cause in getting women, suing the city as far as getting more women on the job as well. And, and since then we had, several presidents throughout that whole tender there. And
so Sister Clayton was
Jean Clayton. They called her the sister of the Black Shield. She was. I don't think she never was the president. She just was a strong iron fist ruler.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, they still talk about her to the day. So she definitely made an imprint, on the force for sure, and definitely with the Black Shield.
Yeah. So the past president, you were under his leadership for a while. And he did a great job, and then it became your turn.
Yes.
So after watching the other leaderships and your comrade who you were very close to, now that it's your turn, are you scared?
Well, initially, because just like I revert back to what President Barack has said, and something that I think Hillary was saying too. You've never been president before, so what's the resume? How can you, what experience, you can tap into to guide you through. So it was no experience, and and sometimes you get to doubt yourself. Can I do this? Am I smart enough? Do I know about it? Then I came to grips and said, well, because anything that has longevity, you tend to lose your way. You lose your course and your value and what you're here for. So I said to myself, can I do this? Am I smart enough? Do I know enough? And I said, well, I know there's some issues with the Black Shield and what we need to do. I said, well, if other people were so smarter than me as far as why isn't it done? It isn't done, so evidently, they can't be that much smarter than me in getting it done. So, and I know my work, prior to being the president, I've been in the community working for over 20-some years, trying to help and enlighten my folks. So I just brought that to the table and just expanded it under the umbrella and auspice of the Black Shield. Because I'm a firm believer. See, the community is our eyes and ears. And I think sometimes police officers tend to get away from that, of understanding that the community is our eyes and ears. And so you need to have a good and a great relationship with the community, and that's where we're faltering at right now. So my community background, I think, is just a plus for us, as far as the Black Shield is concerned, of me being able to maneuver, in the city and amongst people, and bringing them some truths and some realness, to where I'm able to build and rebuild relationships that is necessary in order to catapult the Black Shield back into some type of significance.
Has it been harder than you thought, or easier than you thought, or
well, you know what?
Just a road to travel?
If I could be honest with you, for the most part, it's been good. But being a leader of anything, being that where our people is at right now, let me put it like this. If our community is operating with dysfunction, we know our families and
Yes, sir.
things that are going on right now, so you just can't come together as an organization, then all of a sudden the organization be functional.
Yes, sir.
You bring that dysfunction to the organization.
You're coming strong.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So I think what bothers me and what is interesting to me the most is that, some people that don't know you just perceive you and will make negative statements or negative comments just for the sake of being negative. And that's how some of our people are sometimes,
Yes, sir.
for no reason. I haven't done anything out of malice and just going after somebody to do nothing. And so it was something that I had to grow skin on and understand, and just people just talking, just to be talking because of some other ills that they may have, some other idiosyncrasies that they tripping on themselves. And I would be trying to make logic to why what's wrong? You know what I mean? We ain't doing nothing but trying to move forward and tread forward, to do some things. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, but that's no more than anybody else holding this position, being the president of any organization, got to deal with. So those are just life lessons for me in helping my growth. That's all. But I think right now, by the response that I've been getting from people in the community, I'm talking about as far as leaders is concerned, I think we brought respectability back downtown to where we're significant again. I have people like Metro Health and other organizations are reaching out to me and want me to be on their panels, be a part of what they're doing, speaking engagements, and So I think we have put some light back into and some life back into the Black Shield, and right now I'm working on a mentorship program, in the process of writing a grant for a mentorship program, of making those relationships. It's a very good comprehensive program while our officers will be in the schools for the whole school year. Then it's a summer program, and we pair some of these students up with some of our small businesses. So that's one of the major projects that I'm working on as far as the Black Shield.
So a quick answer is all it takes. How are the other unions working with you?
Well, they're doing what they're put out to do. We're not always going to be in agreement with everything, and I told that on the onset. We're not always going to be in agreement. Some things I can agree with you and some things I can't. But, I have to take, my lens is different from their lens. You know what I mean? Almost like white and black, it's a difference, and I see things different because I come from the community and I'm very sensitive to what's going on in the community.
Do the Black Shields kissy to the other unions?
No, I like to say we stand up for our own, and that's why we had that news conference, to let our community know that we was in disagreement. We wasn't in rank and file for everything that was going on at that particular time. I think that at that time, I don't think it was necessary for us to take a stand as far as the presidency is concerned, because right now we was dealing with a volatile situation, and I didn't want to put any fuel on the fire in reference to that.
Yes, sir.